As of October 2024, it is said that this man has survived as many as 18 assassinations since 2022. So does that explain why he showed up at the presidential inauguration of John Mahama of Ghana with his own private security and a gun holstered at his hip? Well, if you're not familiar with this man, he is a 37-year-old Captain Ibrahim Traore, the military junta leader of Burkina Faso, who took power in September 2022 from another military dictator, Paul Henry Damiba, who took over power in January of that same year. When Captain Traore took over from General Damiba because he said that he was not able to contain the militants and all of the insurgency going on in Burkina Faso at the time, he dissolved the transitional government that they had in place and also suspended the constitution. Also, since he got into power in September 2022, he has accused the governments of the Republic of Benin and Cote d'Ivoire of working with France to destabilize his own country, Burkina Faso. Why would he do this? Well, the answer is simple. He has no trust in France and in fact, no trust in ECOWAS. So he's taken out his country from ECOWAS and has joined alliance with other African countries like Mali and Niger, who themselves have fallen to other military dictators to form a new regional alliance. You see, other than the US presidents that travel with the official presidential car of the President of the United States, also known as the Beast, and a full retinue of Secret Service guests and other security agents of the United States military, most world leaders travel lightly. I mean lightly. They don't go with a lot of security because they typically allow the security architecture of their host country to take care of their safety. I mean, who can forget when world leaders showed up in the United Kingdom to attend the burial of late Queen Elizabeth II, and they were all put in one bus to convey them to the destination. Do you think that Captain Traore, if he had been invited at the time, which I strongly doubt, would have been allowed onto that bus with a gun to his hip? This is surprising because when this man visited Vladimir Putin, he didn't show up with a gun to his hip. Because I don't think that there is a snowball's chance in hell that anyone in the Russian military or the KGB for that matter, would allow someone else approach Vladimir Putin with a gun to their hip. No, I don't think so. So it brings me to the question, why do that with an African leader when you would not do that to Putin? Many people say it's because he has no respect for African leaders. And I wonder if there is some truth to that. I mean, he's repeatedly said that governments of some African countries are working with the government of France to destabilize his country. In fact, since he accused Benin Republic and Cote d'Ivoire of working with France to destabilize his country, claiming he has proof, he has not provided a single proof. When he attended the Russia-Africa Summit in St. Petersburg in Russia back in July 2023, he accused African leaders who were seated in the room with him at the time of being beggary, of being beggars. Surely you have some disdain for African leaders. I am Nigerian. I can go on and on and on about how bad leadership continues to step on our necks. But I find it very interesting that at a meeting of African leaders with the government of Russia, which held in Russia when it was called the Africa-Russia Summit, or the Russia-Africa Summit rather, I expected, and many people did at the time, expect that Russia would come to Africa to meet with African leaders because you want to meet with all of us. And not all African leaders going to Russia to meet with one man. But the deed has been done. Captain Traore was there too. I'm sorry, but I don't think that pointing accusatory fingers at other African leaders far away from home makes you look different to the Russian, who many also say is only using African leaders as a pawn in his larger chess game with the NATO alliance. But I'll leave that up to you to figure out. It just seems like Captain Traore, who by the way seems to be very popular, you can tell by the sort of applause he received in Ghana, feels like he's better than everyone else. Again, time will tell. Personally, I wish the people of Burkina Faso well. I really want to see them tackle food insecurity head on. I want Burkina Faso to have enough to eat. I want the country to be safe. I do hope that the military is able to clamp down on the activities of militant groups and insurgents that are running wild in the country. I hope that they are able to do that because it would mean well for other neighboring African countries as well. But whether Captain Traore, with his sense of self-righteousness, will be able to execute that, given all the other battles that he has to deal with internally, well, only time will tell. But if you do have a counter opinion, hey, talk to me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.